Hello and welcome back to the farm. And yeah, August is turning out to be a really busy month. We are going to be doing some work with our greenhouses today. We've got to give them some manure and some water, which is why we're heading up to the BGA here. We're going to fill the water tank up out of our borehole that we've got here. We'll just back this up. And I need to go and connect up a pipe, so I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Let's start the pump. There we are. So we need to go and do some water and some manure on our greenhouse and get those running again. We've recently harvested everything out of them, so it's time to turn around and get them working again. We have got to cut the grass today. Our meadow grass. We need to make all of our hay, and it's going to take a little while to dry. We've got some good weather for the next day or so. Or actually, the next couple of weeks. It's going to take a couple of weeks for that to dry. So we want to get it cut and tethered today so that gets working. Let's stop the pump. Right back. There we go. And so I plan to get that done today as well. Hopefully we can get all that done. We're still helping with the harvest down at the dairy. They've got a big field. Field 29 needs doing in the next couple of days, so we're probably going to be helping them with that, I think. And then in return, they're going to help us with our two fields early in September and allow us to get all of our stuff harvested. Because look in here at our barley, it's looking pretty good at the moment. It's not far off. We are maybe a couple of weeks. I think the moisture level is probably still a little bit high in it, but yeah, it should be ready to go, I think, in a couple of weeks. So as soon as that is done and they can spare the combine, we should be good. We've got a little bit of a downside. However, and actually part of the reason why we're having to come up to the borehole here to get water for our greenhouses is because we can't actually access the pond in field 36 at the moment. It is we'd have to drive through and kill crop to do it. So much better for me to go to the tank at the BGA and the borehole to do that. But I'd like to have our water source a little bit closer to the farm. All right, I need to open this gate. Which end is this? Ah, it's this end. There we go. Let's open that up. There we are. And then we can bring the tractor in here. But yeah, hopefully we can get all of this work done today. And yeah, this fence, that fence down by the gate there, I think is way too much in the way. So at the moment, I'm looking at getting this sorted and allowing us to get it fixed. Let's back that up a little bit, get into range of our hose, and we'll just go connect that up. There we go, that's all done. All right, and we'll start pumping. Again, that will go, and that will then fill that tank already. You can see the stuff we've planted will already start to go well. I'm gonna go and unhook it all again. There we go. And I can take this back down to the yard. Thankfully, we can actually give the cows some water with this. So we're going to be holding... Well, we'll just park the tank in here for now because we have to get the telehandler out in a moment. But yeah, I think we're going to have to end up removing some of the fence just to get the combine in. I mean, the header will not fit through there, and we can't get it into the field without causing a lot of damage to the crop. The way the gate opens and everything is just does not work for us getting stuff into that field to effectively harvest it. There we are. We're going to hook this up to the mower for later. So it's gonna have to, we're gonna have to remove a section of it, and I'll just head over there now and show you guys. because it's quite a section we need to remove. Oh, I need to turn the engine off on this. There we go. And hook this all up. There we are. I didn't do that with the engine turned on. The hooking up a PTO with the engine on, even if it's all disengaged, isn't the greatest idea. So we'll leave that there for now. And we're going to run over here. But yeah, let's go and have a look at this quickly, because I want to show you guys exactly what we're going to do. And if I come out here, basically everything from this post here, so this gate we'll take out. We'll take out this section all the way up to this bush here. Should give us enough space to get this done. Let's open this gate and we'll close it again. So yeah, the gate doesn't serve much purpose because this is an arable field and we don't need to keep any animals in it or anything. And it will give us enough space to back the water trailer down here and into the pond just down the side of the field. We can't do it at the moment because, as I said, this gate opens the wrong way. So we can yeah, just back it straight down here. There should be enough space. This gate, as you can see, opens this way. So the only way to get a tractor in here to get that is to try and drive in here a bit without hitting the crop and getting the trailer in and then reversing it all the way back. Just doesn't work really. Let's bring that in and close it. There we go. So yeah, so I think that section, I quite like having the fence up to this point, so I'm gonna leave that in, and yeah, having it here as well will just sort of mean stuff doesn't accidentally end up in the pond. Is a possibility, so I want to keep a little bit of safety for that reason, but it should work quite well, I think. First, though, we do have a lot to do around the farm. We've just got to get this manure done. So start up the telehandler. I'm going to go and throw some bags of manure into the front of this, and hopefully it should be enough. I think we got plenty. We may have to go and pick up some more. The cows. I am expecting to start getting them to produce manure in the near future. There we go, all filled up. So yeah, I'm expecting to get them to produce manure in the near future, and that means that we no longer have to buy pallets in or head up to the animal market, who they sell manure in bulk as well. We're not buying it in such a huge amount at the moment that we need it to buy it in bulk, which is why I've been buying the pallets. But they do need, later on we may need to top up for doing manure on our fields and things with it. Although my plan very much is that we're going to be doing sort of slurry and digestate from our BGA. There we go, all that in there. Yeah, we are going to need some more, but that'll do it for now. That should be good. And oh yeah, the tomatoes looking nice and healthy as well now, so that's good. We'll start having money in from those in the near future as well, so that's all good. And now we just need to go and put this back in the shed, and I'll head over to the JCB tractor there, and we'll start getting some grass cut, hopefully making some hay. We're actually in store for a bit of a heat wave over the next few weeks. Lots of lots of sunshine, lots of good drying weather. It's a great time actually to be doing this job and to be cutting this. Let's get that out. Perfect. And bring this down here. It should mean that our field does fairly well. And I'm quite intrigued as to how well our grass does on here. So put that down. Was down already, but wasn't on, so. And hopefully, having treated this field a little bit between our last cut and this cut, it should be a bit better. Still got the I've been talking about this for a few vlogs now. The agronomist is going to be helping us out, going to be helping us get the most that we can from these fields. They need scanning. We need to check out exactly what soil we're dealing with here, and exactly how we can best treat it. At the moment, we're taking a little bit of a shot in the dark. It is, but it should hopefully be that in the end we work out how to treat these fields a bit better, and exactly how best to approach everything from lime to fertilizer to weeds and everything, because we do have a fair amount of weeds in this grass as well. Completed 3 runs around the field now, and actually this is looking really dry. I'm not sure we even need to TED this. This is that is looking really dry and really good. I think this is going to dry out on its own, which makes our lives much easier. It means that we can get on with more on the farm and do more bits and pieces. Hopefully be able to get things running. I have had a call from the dairy. Yeah, they are going to be wanting to harvest in the next day or so. Their field of winter barley is coming along quite nicely, so that should work out well for us for this. Give us something to do in between now and when this dries out and turns to hay, and I think we'll get a nice big amount of hay off here. We'll get our baler out here and get this all baled up once it has dried out, and then we can get it under storage back at the farm, which should be quite good. I still want to try and create another entrance down here, so I think we're going to be looking at the hill we've got on the farm that comes down this way. I think we can probably punch a hole in the fence, put a gate in there in its place, and just create something that just sort of comes out the back of the farm. We might have to cut down a tree or two to do it, just to make the access easier, but it should allow us to get easy access to this part of the farm, especially as we're looking to expand out this way as time goes on and we make more money. And yeah, as soon as we're able to invest out this way, we can, and we will. The fields around here are really quite big, so eventually we're going to need more horsepower and some larger equipment to work all of our fields. In the meantime, I think we'll end up sort of just making smaller fields first, making stuff a bit more manageable for the size of equipment we have. I might be able, if I can, to find a front mower for this. If we can put a front mower on here, then we'll be able to get this grass cutting done a bit quicker. I think there might be a Pottinger one that won't put too much horsepower onto, or won't have too much requirement for horsepower, so that our 150 horsepower tractor here is able to run both a front and a rear mower effectively to do this job. But yeah, things in general I think are looking up and looking good. So, and that's, yeah, down through there is where I want to put the roadway. Hang on, let's just stop here for a minute. I'm just wondering, actually, I was going to put it down the bottom. Let's jump over at this fence post here, but yeah, see, this is the trouble. We've got the hedge here, which is our hedge, but is going to be fairly difficult to remove. We'd be much better off. Hey there, chickens. Much better off coming down through here somewhere, I think. There's quite a good bit down here, and actually fairly clear of trees down into here, and maybe knock some space out in here that we can then do. Possibly even a little bit further down, but we'll have a look and we'll see what best fits us and what best works to give us access to our farmland from our yards, because at the moment we have to go round a little bit by the main road all the time, and as our equipment gets bigger, that's going to cause us more of an issue. As usual, when I'm doing this job, I've had a fair amount of time to think. It's partly because, yeah, we do need a front mower. This is a long job to do with just a single 3-foot mower on such a large field. It's also a case of, I'm kind of going, right, if I was to divide this field up, because I think this field does need dividing before we get started on next year's crops, where would I divide it? Would I just do a big long field up this way of maybe grass coming up to the top end of the field and squaring off the other bit? Or do I just create a small field at the bottom end and still have a fairly large field of grass down here? It's just really, I don't know how to do this field at the moment. I think part of it is probably going to be a case of, we'll see what soil is under here. Grass is fairly hardy, so if we have some silty clay or something out under this, we should be able to just have that part of the field as grass. We cut it 3 times a year, it still produces quite a bit of yield, and then that enhances the yield from our crops. And keep an eye on it that way is probably the best way to go, and make informed decisions. I think that's the thing at this point. We need to make informed decisions about what we're going to do on the farm and how things are going to go. We are fairly well set up at the moment, and things are only really going to, get better as far as where we go from here. And I actually look at this and I go, right, from this bit here across to that bit there is a good little field. Would still leave us with plenty of grass up the top end here. Yeah, would just be a great little field up on the higher ground here, where hopefully the ground is going to be hopefully more either of a sandy loam composition or a loamy composition would be good. Yeah, we need to get someone in to scan it. It's gonna cost us a fair whack. Wouldn't surprise me if it costs us around five grand to get the fields that we've got, to get the whole farm scanned. But I'm going to do it after harvest. I'm going to do it after we've got the barley cut, and then we'll see where we are from there. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully we'll have some nice results, but we'll see what happens. We're into the fiddly bit of the field now. Just this last triangle to do. I'm doing lots of spinning around and getting them done. I am very much thinking that we may need a new mower setup. It was great when we managed to pick this up at the farm sale, and it has worked us fairly well for this first year. But our fields are much bigger than I first realized they were. And yeah, a 3-meter mower on its own really does take quite a while to get this done. So even on a fairly low yielding cut like this, I mean, this is still about 90% of an expected yield we can get from grass on here. As I said before, I don't know if that's just the soil or whether that's because we haven't put down the exact amount of fertilizer we needed to, or in some cases we, the weeds. But we'll see how it goes. It is, yeah, I think we definitely need to find out what's under these fields and work out the best way to go forwards. So after we have harvest this year, we'll see where we are. And last little bit. It is a nice thing that this mower spreads this out. But there we go. And cut. Oh, need to lower it down. Right, there we go. And is that going to get all of it? No, we've got one last cut to do, and then that's this field done, which is great. I need to move on to my next field. because, yeah, we need to get that cut today as well. So let's fold up the mower. And we'll head over to the gateway here. And yeah, same again. All the way through this field here. But yeah, I'm not going to take you guys to the same thing on the flock again. We are... Oh wow, this field is looking pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well this performs and how well we get out of it. For now though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.